Utah's hunting season is here, and if you're hunting our state's waterfowl, wildlife experts suggest a few things to pay attention to. Utahns can hunt for birds like geese, ducks, and swans. Our pandemic, however, changed a bit of this year's hunts, starting only in just a matter of days. Experts have some ideas now to help you better be prepared for the hunt and have better success. So joining us to explain more of what you can expect on this year's waterfowl hunt is Migratory Game Bird Program Coordinator Blair Stringham with Utah's Division of Wildlife Resources. Blair, thanks for talking with us this morning.
Absolutely. Good morning. Happy to be here.
You know, it seems like hunting birds here in Utah is something that a lot of families do together.
It is. So it's a long time family tradition here in Utah. We see a lot of families coming out, little kids all the way up through grandparents. And so it's a great time to get out. It's a long season and there's lots of opportunities to hunt waterfowl here in Utah.
So how has COVID affected our waterfowl season?
So we've had some major impacts from COVID because we haven't been able to do surveys the last 2 years. And those surveys happen both within our state and across North America. So we don't have a good idea of how many birds are out there this year, but early indications suggest that habitat conditions were poor, so we're expecting a reduced flight this fall and probably a more difficult hunt for hunters.
So really the basic thing here is that a lot of hunters headed out there for those birds have more questions this year than they would have otherwise.
Yeah, they don't have a really great prediction of bird numbers, and so they'll just have to go out and see what comes south from Canada and northern parts of North America. And regardless, it's a good time to be out. Fall's a great time for hunters, and I'm sure everybody's excited to go out and hunt some birds.
So if you're out hunting ducks, for example, what can people expect there?
So for ducks, we're really expecting the fall flight to be reduced from what it's been the last 5+ years. We didn't have a lot of nesting birds this year, and so there'll be a lot of adult birds. That means they'll be smart, so hunters will have to try extra hard to get those birds. And juveniles make up a large portion of our harvest each year, so hunters can expect to just have a reduced bag this year as they go out.
Any good places to find ducks here in Utah?
Yeah, we have a lot of marshes, particularly along the Great Salt Lake, that we manage specifically for waterfowl. They're easily accessible for hunters as well. So I would encourage them to check our website. You can find a list of all of our waterfowl management areas, and that's a great place to start because they're managed for birds and they usually have a lot of birds on them as well.
So it gives you some good places to start looking, at least there. What about geese?
So geese did really well again here in Utah. Their production isn't as dependent on water sources. And we've had a growing population of Canada geese really across North America for a long time now. So we expect the goose hunt to be good again this year, probably similar to last year. And hunters should expect to see more and more geese show up in Utah as the fall progresses.
Any areas like the ducks that people should look to for the geese?
Yeah, for geese, they tend to like more of the agricultural areas. And so if you can find fields, particularly corn or grain fields, that's a good place to start. Our marshes also hold birds as well, particularly late in the season. Goose hunting can be really good on our waterfowl management areas.
What about swans?
So swans take a special permit to draw, so we give out just under 3,000 of those each year. So you can't hunt swans unless you have that permit. Most of those birds tend to be in the Box Elder County area. Bear River Bird Refuge is a good place to start, as well as our waterfowl management areas up there, like public shooting grounds or Harold Crane. We also see some of them on some of our other waterfowl management areas closer to the Great Salt Lake, like Farmington Bay and Ogden Bay.
Now let's say you get Yahtzee with all three of those. I understand that's you can make a fun competition out of it.
Yeah, it gives you a lot more options than some of your friends might have. So really, as the fall progresses, kind of that November time frame is kind of the golden time to get out there for all three of those species.
If people want to find out more information, where do they go, Blair?
Our website, we have a lot of information there. We also produce guidebooks. They're a pamphlet that has all of our information about hunting regulations, and those can be found at really any major sporting goods stores. And really, there's a lot of resources online. A lot of the major waterfowl conservation groups have information about ID, so check those out, and you can learn more just about anywhere, but particularly on our website, it's one of the best places to go.
And of course, we'll have a link to that on our website, abc4.com. Talking this morning with Blair Stringham here with Utah's Division of Wildlife Resources. Happy hunting there to you, Blair.
All right, thanks. I appreciate it.